Bittersweet.
Welcome back!
Woo, we're back!
Welcome back!
And I'm in it to, oh my god, I was not prepared for that. But I'm in it to win it, I'm in it to finish it, I'm in it to save Daisy.
I don't think I've ever seen an ice cream shop that was like 15 stories high. Unless somebody like really can't afford like their, you know, to pay the rent for, because they're obviously like renting out the building or like the top. So like they get like the worst place in the entire thing.
I mean, I don't know,
just
man.
Like our mall.
Could you imagine, like, whoa, a like emporium, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like it's a giant ice cream building, and it serves ice cream, but it also serves like all different kinds of ice cream. So you got like Ben and Jerry's on one level, you got like frozen yogurt on one level, and like you got like Friendly's ice cream on another level, and like you can fucking like A&W's has their own level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that would be fucking awesome. It's just like a fucking magic wonderland of fucking ice cream and milkshakes on another level.
I feel like that would be awesome too. It would be like perfect business-wise too, because businesses literally build next to each other of the same variety for reasons. They're like, it increases our sales. Like, there's a reason that McDonald's and Burger King always make places next to each other. Like, they do it on purpose.
I was saying, I mean, heck, we got the fucking two, like where we live, we have two fucking garages that are literally across the street from each other.
Oh.
That's unfair! Come on!
Oh!
I couldn't even see that.
Jesus Christ.
You know what?
Donald just got his face blown up.
What I want to know is, do they have a goofy version of something like this? Because I feel like you could make like a decent story out of that one. Excuse me.
Yeah, like, it has to, like, deal with Max and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, man, I love that movie.
It's so good. I actually watched it,
I wish it was able to take itself more seriously! Holy shit.
Wait, take what self? Oh, the movie?
Yeah. Like, I wish that, like, it didn't have, like, I get it's Goofy, so it has to be, you know,
right,
goofy.
A goofy movie.
Yeah, but, like, like, there were so many, like, great underlying things that I feel like they couldn't expand on to, like, its fullest potential. You know what I mean? Because
Like,
it's still a kid's movie, so they don't want it to, like, Max is such a relatable character, you know what I mean? Like, he's going to college, and, like, he's got, like, this girlfriend, and, like, him and his dad have, like, kind of issues with,
yeah.
like, you know, he's getting
very,
older.
Yeah, he's very, like, embarrassed to be around his father because...
Yeah,
because obvious reasons.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, and I love it, because, like, it has, like, those kind of things, but then it's like, everything Goofy does has to be silly.
Yeah.
And, like, even when he's seriously doing something, it's still silly, and I'm just like...
Yeah. There'll be moments where you can just see, like, the sorrow in Goofy's eyes, and, like, his ears get a little bit more droopy, but then he follows it up by something that's like, oh, how about you just follow my dinky?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
And you're like, God damn it, this had
Dad, this is embarrassing.
Because, like, I think Goofy's, like, a great character, and especially because when he's sad, you feel sad. Like, you feel the sorrow. I beat that.
In the same way with Donald being happy.
Yeah. Like, when Donald's, and, like, even when Donald's sad, you're devastated, because you're like, this guy is always angry.
He always gets the short end of the stick, too.
And, like, now that he's actually sad, and, like, he's, like, regretting all of his consequences, like, holy shit, Donald, please.
He's like that one dude who, like, it's like, obviously just, like, really angry about a specific thing, and you're like, okay, well, I don't feel bad for you, because you're feeling... wrong, like you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
But then, like, when they actually realize that things really suck and they feel remorse or just like happiness for like a certain thing, you're like, damn, I like really feel for you.
It's like I think a lot of it boils down to the fact that Donald has emotion, whereas like everybody else is just like this like, I'm
happy to be here and I don't know what's going on, but the hell, Steve's great.
You know what I mean? And like Donald's like the only one that's just like, you know, sometimes things fucking suck.
I was like, I've been to war. That's all
really.
I have to say.
That's all he needs to say. I've been to war, dude. Well, I mean,
I fought for your freedom to be absolutely retarded. Oh, you got this.
I felt like it gave you way more time than you needed.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, this might take a child a long time to figure out. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm not a child, then I'm only semi-retarded. I like how that guy goes back to sleep.
Yeah,
like
instantly.
He's just like, oh god, that hurt. Oh,
Good thing I'm strong on NyQuil.
Yeah. Too bad I took an ounce of heroin before I.
An ounce of heroin.
That's how drugs work, right?
It's just, I feel like if he was taking heroin, there would be some major problems. You're just like, you would get there, and before you even jumped on him, you'd just be like, oh, oh.
Oh, I see you over there.
It's
a book.
Oh, okay. I thought something very interesting was happening there.
I almost didn't press B in time. Press B to blow. Sorry, I couldn't make it without making that reference. I'm sorry. Also, this thing gives you full HP.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
And by that I mean it heals you 1 health
That
level.
will go really fast. These places. This must be like prior to like, you know, a lot of laws that made things safer because like.
So I will say the other thing that like that really drives me nuts about like new cartoons, new video games. I'm gonna sound like just some cranky old guy at this point, I'm sure. Creativity and imagination. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, like, the reason that I love, like, not open world as much, like, why I love, like, linear levels, is because, like, you were forced to create multiple things.
Yeah, it's...
And, like, old cartoons, like, there's one cartoon, I know it's Thanksgiving, and I'm one of those people that hates bringing up Christmas before Thanksgiving's over, but there's a Christmas movie that me and my mom watch, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called. All I know is that there's a song in it that, like, most people know, even if they don't know the name of the fucking movie, as like I don't. But it's like Christmas comes but once a year, now it's here, Christmas comes but once a year, la la la. And it's like this it's an old cartoon. And it's like an orphanage where like these kids are opening their presents on Christmas Day and they're like, yeah, this is awesome, but like they're orphans, so everything has to go bad. And like all the presents starts falling apart and like crumbling in their hands. And they all start crying and like you're already just like invested with these kids. And this fucking mailman who has like this old mailman is coming on a sleigh that's powered by like a fucking like a mixer that you mix dough with, or no, sorry, like the boat propeller, and it's like in the snow pushing his sleigh along, and like I love that shit. That's so like imaginative. Like that's not that clearly does not work.
I feel the same way with just linear stories because they are literally telling you a piece of their story, you know what I mean? It's straight from their imagination, and granted it's a team, but like...
Yeah!
With open world games, sometimes they can really pull it off where it still feels like you're living like the story of all these different people, like culminating into one, but like it's so much easier to just direct it with a linear story because it's like, okay, this is literally laid out in front of you.
Yeah. But like, and also because, you know, you have one direction to go in and not fucking, oh hey, you completed the level, now go back to the beginning to to deliver this off, and like, it's like, no, just let me complete the level. Like, you can put achievements in games, and like, I love achievements, honestly. Like, it's like one of my favorite things about games, because it gives you like not only do I want to beat this game, but there's like certain things in this game extra that like I want to do just because I can. And like, it's a challenge to do it. I don't have to though, which makes me want to do it.
Yeah.
Rather than fetch quests.
Yeah. Oh! God.
Okay. Mine?
Diglett Seagull? Hello?
It's fucking Wingle and Diglett.
Yeah.
Had a baby. Had a love child.
Monstrosity. Was there a toy back there maybe?
Did you see a toy?
But there was, I think there was an area off to the where you like over there. Across the Navy? No, I guess not.
No. I assumed that it was gonna be.
Also, something that I love how we go through these different, like, niches. Because it was open world, right? And then you have DLC.
Yeah.
And now we're on the early access stage.
Like, oh, God.
Oh.
Which might arguably be the worst.
Yeah.
I feel like DLC ended up being, like, a great idea at the time, but then became awful.
Oh, it's great if you can make it work and do it effectively.
Yeah.
Like, it's
like
a godsend.
Like,
yeah.
You know, I'll say, you know, I'm the first to say I'm sick of Borderlands, but, like, Jesus Christ, that's a DLC done right.
It's just interesting because the more you think about it, the more you're just like, oh, I'm cynical because this kind of translates for me to like lazy game design, because it's like, okay, with DLC, like they don't have to finish the game. A lot of developers are like, oh, I don't have to finish the game and I can charge more, therefore making more money and giving me more time overall to make the game, and I can just take my time with it. And that's great, sure. Like, if it's separate content from the game and not something that you're like, wow, I'm not getting the complete version of this Destiny .3.
Yeah. Like, that is like...
And then it reaches early access. And then you're like, okay, well, it's great that games are in early access because you need to test your games out. And then games stay in early access for years. Golf with friends. A miniature golf, like...
Yeah.
It looks very meh as it is. What are you changing about the game that it needs to be in early access? I still get updates for it daily. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Well,
Just please release your game. It's been years.
I was saying, and I mean, still, to be fair though, you have games like like Ark is no longer considered early access, but it's still getting updates. Every fucking day.
I feel like the only thing they had to do with that game, like, it was so good as it was. Like, I didn't care. They could have just added through updates. Yeah, they could have just added through updates more dinosaurs, and I'd have been totally fine with that. Like,
that is
I don't.
What it is.
Yeah,
it's like usually just them adding.
The only thing I felt like they ever needed to change with that game is just to make it more compatible. Like, make it run smoother.
Oh yeah,
that's
fucking optimize it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know what I have to do now. I'm retarded. I'm sorry for everybody that had to sit through that. They probably knew exactly what I needed to do. Holy moly.
Gotta go collect the matzah.
I think I missed a toy.
Yeah, it's whatever. Wait, was that the third one? Oh, no.
No, because I got the boss thing,
yeah,
which usually signifies the end. Well, maybe not this time? But, like... Because, like, there's... Okay. I saw the puff coming off me as if I was attacking, but whatever. But, like, there's, like... Even DLCs that are just, like, different skins.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with that, because it's not, like, pertinent...
What?
I don't know. It's, like, pertinent things that, like, you need in the game. But, like, DLC that's like, oh, hey, want this gun that's gonna make online play make you better? Cough, cough, Star Wars Battlefront, cough, cough. And stuff like that. Like, I like DLC that is, like, completely different. Like, I will fucking suck the dick off of Gears of War 3's Rom Shadow DLC. Because that was DLC done right. It had nothing to do with the main characters of the game. You got to go back in time and, like, during when Rom, the boss from the first game, was, like, a big issue, you know? And
yeah.
Like, you got to play as, like, the team that was like shadowing him and, like, trying to stop him or whatever. And they're, like, people that you know on the team, but they're not, like, the main characters that you've been playing through 1 and 2. They're just people that you've met through 1 and 2. And, like, that's awesome! Like, it was so fucking... And you got to play as Rom. You got to play as the bad guy, which I think more games need to do. Like, I love games that are like, hey, play as the bad guy. Awesome. Yeah, you got the third one.
Yeah.
Which is why I love,
oh, absolutely.
The Third Age. You fucking play through an area, and as soon as you finish the area, it unlocks evil mode. And then you can play as the bad guys, and it's a turn-based combat game.
In a world that, like, people are infatuated with anti-heroes as it is, it's just nice to be able to have that option, because so many times protagonists get, like, just kind of stuck up in this, like, very similar niche where they're just like, I don't know, they're just like, I'm just this good guy, or I'm really annoying, and you're not going to like me. Alright, we got a boss fight here.
This isn't a boss. This is a chase.
Oh, and that's what too.
Yep. Oh! Jesus! What the hell?
That's gotta signify something.
17569? What the hell?
I wouldn't be surprised if that actually signifies something. If they threw that in as an Easter egg.
Yeah.
I would really. I want to look it up actually after.
We will. Just remember. I mean, once we're done with this level, it'll probably be the time to end this. As long as I don't fucking die a million times over.
Back at, like, on the topic just for, like, a quick second about, like, early access. Like, I don't mean to, like, you know, be a downer on it, because, like, it is very important to perfect your game. The one thing that I just want to see, like, early access developers do is just reward the people who are testing out your game in some way, shape, or form. because like that's really important. People want to feel like, hey, I love your game and I've been supporting this whole time. Like, just give me a nod or something.
Yeah, I was
like
saying,
even a skin, like anything.
Fuck, cause like, and like, that's why like even fucking Riot kind of does that, right? And I mean, obviously, it's League's not considered early access by any means, but like Riot, for anybody who doesn't know, you have skins for champions in the game that you can play as. But there are certain skins that you cannot get anymore unless you were playing back in like
season 2,
season 1, season 2, and like you just can't get them by any means now. And I think that's great, even though I want King Ramus like nobody's fucking business.
Yeah.
But like it's still kind of great that they're just kind of like, you know,
and
hey.
like the like summoner icons too. 'Cause there's like the summoner icons for like season 1 to like all the seasons.
Yep.
So you can just display it and be like, hey, yeah, this was the first season I was playing. Which I don't know.
Yeah, I like
just.
And like, I mean, even like, because that was also what I liked about when I pre-ordered Gears of War 3. They did an open beta where you got to play online, and there was challenges that you could complete, and if you completed them, you got to have a flaming weapon skin when god damn it. When the final game came out, and like, you cannot get it any other way other than being part of the beta. And like, that's rewarding the fucking players for, you know, one, pre-ordering your game. So like, it wasn't even like you had to pay extra, you just had to pre-order. So it's like, you're literally being rewarded for literally buying the game early. Yeah. And like, that's awesome.
Thank you for rewarding us for doing something that just shows that we love your game.
Exactly. Oh, well,
yeah, oh my god, such a dick.
Hey Donald, you finally caught up to me. I must admit, I'm impressed. What about you and me have a little
it's competition? It's the same
competition?
dialogue, isn't it?
If you can beat all my
God dang it. Smashing buttons!
I don't give you something worth running for. This ain't insane.
So can we talk about... I feel like a lot of these times when we've landed on some of these platforms, where it should still register that we're on the platforms, Donald Duck's feet are like half of his body. How is he falling up on these platforms?
Also, why can he swan dive into these teleporters and I fucking fall butt first? Alright, well, guess what? We get to find out what this guy is next time.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking fight this boss, and I'm gonna beat him a lot easier than I beat that chicken that whooped my fucking ass. And then, like,
Shove me up his ass.